like all my fucking eyes and shit, dude.
All right, I think we're good now.
That's pretty much it right there.
Yeah.
So just goes to show you, Corey, you never know what people have in their cars. You know what I'm saying? You look for one thing, you come across something else. you come across a pipe bomb that blows up in your face.
Yeah. We fixed the problem here. I had to do some finagling here, but I think we fixed it now. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you can see us clearly now. Here is good. Mike, you want to back up to I think it's like the 8-minute 48-second mark where the bomb goes off. We'll just pick it back up from right there. I'm not sure how much of this would have been pre-recorded, but just join in. We're talking about a bomb that explodes on a police officer during what they call a routine traffic stop. And we don't thank Delando for sending us this video. And there's no such thing. This is why we say there's no such thing as a routine traffic stop. Every day the officer goes out there and puts that uniform on and gets in that squad car and marks 1041. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what type of citizen you're going to run into. You don't know what type of, call for service you're going to get. And this is a prime example of it. You think this is a routine traffic stop. It starts off with the reason for the stop is that tag he has on the back of his pickup truck doesn't belong to that pickup truck. It's improperly registered. And so he's conducting his search, finds some paraphernalia in the vehicle, belt baggage that contains what looks like some white powdery substance, might be cocaine, might be heroin. We don't know yet, but leads up to the officer finding a makeshift pipe. Don't know what it may be used for. But he finds it, and then Mike, you want to start it from right there, and we'll get to see what happens again.
Here we go.
That's just his body cam audio cut out real for a quick second.
Yeah. But there's the pipe right there, pipe bomb.
Yeah, it's good.
And it blows up in his face.
What the fuck was that? You got a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, and right there, stop that real quick, Mike. Now you see how much separations between him and the suspect. Now, granted, he gets out of there. It was just an explosion. I get that, but you still have to maintain positive control over the suspect because look at him now. He's right there at the door of the vehicle, which we already know there's a firearm inside that vehicle, and now he's going to have access to this. While he's going through his episode of, he's in shock and all, if you will, because he just had something to blow up in his face. That's going to affect you. But at the same time, in situations like this, you still have to keep your wits as the officer. You go behind that vehicle and you lose sight of that suspect right there. Now what? You just leave the car wide open for him to do what he wants, get rid of evidence.
Take off in the car, you know what I'm saying?
Take off in the car, take off running.
Use a gun against you.
Yeah. So huge mistake, I think, on y'all. Now let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong for thinking like that. I mean, what would you have done if you're the officer in there? Would you allow that much separation between you and that individual at this point without taking action? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Good point. I mean, and we're only telling you from how an officer will be thinking in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Officer safety is number one, right? If you notice, like Corey said, you got the suspect up there still where this explosion occurred. You haven't confirmed yet what it was at this point, okay? But you know something exploded in that car like that, okay? The suspect knows it too, okay? He's got access to stuff. These are things that could happen if you don't get the suspect under control. He could grab a gun. He could take off in the car and leave, run away, okay? He could do anything. So you got to get him under control, and that officer doesn't do that at this point. All right, here we go.
What the hell was that? Start fire.
Turn it back to him again.
Yeah.
I'm 77. It went off on me. I don't know.
You don't know what he's doing up there in that truck.
Yeah, 77
No.
now. And comes the airbag. Okay, what the fuck was that, man? Hey, come here. Now, put your hands behind your back. I don't know what the fuck that
Here's some water for you, buddy.
Fucking sit right there. Fuck. I don't know what the hell that was.
You know what, Mike?
Yeah.
I also think that also at that point too, you know, I agree with Jesus. Love you. Yeah, you know, he's got to get his head back, you know, in the game. Yeah, it's out of whack right now. But
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he would have made any. I think he would have still been, you know, in shock and awe had he not heard those sirens. Like, okay, now I know I got backup coming, so let me do something.
Yeah. And he finally gets his wits together.
I think that's what got his wits together is him hearing those sirens in the background. Like, all right, you know, my help is coming now. But it's too much time that you allow this guy to do what he wants to do. Now, you know, critics will say, you know, hey, well, you know, if he had been black, he'd have been shot already. But we don't. I mean, that's what I see in some of these comments, looking at different videos, is trying to get different perspectives of the video. And you know, you don't know that. You don't know that. I mean, this is this officer, right? I mean, it could have been handled totally different if it were another officer. Probably wouldn't have got this far, right? So we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole, if you will, but too much time has been allowed for this guy to pretty much do what he wants to do without being put in handcuffs.
Yeah, and the most important thing is I want our viewers to look at what could be a safety officer safety issue. Him rolling around in that car without any control. That's obviously a safety issue because you don't know what he has. You don't know what he's trying to do in that car. Like we said, we know there's a gun in there. Okay, he said it was a gun in there. You saw and checked the gun in there, so he could be taking that gun, and preparing to use it against you. You don't know if he's messing with evidence. You don't know if he's going to jump in the car and leave. That's clearly an officer safety issue with him being around that car loosely like that. He should have immediately been detained in cuffs at that point, and away from that car. Okay, and then we can ask him, what the hell was that? Was that a pipe bomb in your thing, or what it was? If he answers, great. If he doesn't, well, even more so. You have to assume that that's what it was, right? So at minimum, you know, you got him. He can be arrested for paraphernalia with drug residue inside. That's possession of marijuana, or not marijuana, of methamphetamine or suspected methamphetamine. Okay. He can be arrested for an explosive or destructive device in his car or in possession of that. Okay. He can be arrested for that. All these things he should be in cuffs for.
Yeah, he should have been in cuffs. So yeah, from right the get go. Once you found the little baggies until you completed your investigation, not let this guy have free range of going in and out of that vehicle as he sees fit. And this is why we do these things. Have you step back, because again, you don't know what's in there. The officer doesn't know what's in there, and this is why again, I'll keep saying this until I'm dead in my grave. There's no such thing as a routine traffic stop, and this is why. Great video on, and I'm sure there's plenty more videos out there too, Mike. Or hey, which will show that hey, you don't know how these things are going to go out, because as well as I do, Mike, that there's been plenty of traffic stops that you've been on that they start off good, right, textbook, and then out the clear blue sky, it just goes and it turns into into a shitstorm. Excuse my language. But you sit back and you wonder, like, Dad, what happened? Like, everything was cool. Like, you know what I mean? So there's no such thing as a routine traffic stop.
Yeah, I say you badass. I agree with you. Having your bell rung like that changes the whole action. I can understand that. After all, he did have something that blew up in his face just now. Like I said, this could have been a whole lot worse with his, than just that, whatever happened. But it's a mess all around. Like we were saying earlier, Corey, you'd be surprised the type of stuff people have in their car, especially when they have a whole bunch of junk in there. Okay, you don't know what they got in that car. You know what I'm saying?
And this is why they ask you, do you have any weapons or drugs or bombs in the car? And he did ask him that. Do you have any drugs, weapons, or bombs in the car? And he said no. Well, that's a lie. One just blew up, right? And so you may think it's like crazy. Like, why is this guy asking me if I got bombs or rocket propelled grenade launchers in my? Because we found those things in vehicles. Right. And so this is why they ask you, most of this is obviously a lot of citizens don't know that, but yeah, that's the reason why, we'd ask, hey, any weapons in the car, any drugs in the car. I hardly ever did ask if you had a bomb in a car or,
it's funny you said. I did. I've done that quite a bit, but it was always in a lighthearted kind of way. It wasn't necessarily a serious question. It was to keep things lighthearted with the person, with the driver. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
But as you can see, that's very possible.
Right. Or ask them, lightly, you don't have any dead bodies in the car, do you?
Right. Right.
And why? Because hey, we just got to do a few years ago, back when I was as a trooper, on the traffic stops, funny smell coming out of the vehicle, and it's like, open the trunk and there's a dead body back there. And so, we get into the habit of asking, the driver of the vehicle, hey, you don't have any dead bodies in your trunk, do you? Because some people go ahead and tell you, I got a dead body back there. Or you don't. You laugh. I know you know.
It's be lighthearted, but as officers, there's a part of you that thinks, no, seriously. You know what I'm saying? You might have. So I'm asking this question lightheartedly, but at the same time, I know that there is a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
There could be a body back there. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
let's keep it going. It only goes a little bit, folks. It pretty much cuts off when him with the officer walking around being hurt for a sec. Here we go.
No, fuck you. How was that? Fuck if I know. How the fuck you think I would know? There's a gun in there too. I have no fucking idea, dude. I was fucking leaning over the driver's seat and something fucking blew up all over me. Hey, that's like in my fucking lungs or something. He's got fucking, there's meth pipes and fucking baggies and shit. I don't fucking know, dude. I have literally no fucking clue. I didn't have time to look at anything. Like, it's all my fucking eyes and shit, dude.
All right. That's pretty much it, folks. He just walks around a little bit complaining. But that's pretty much it. And like we were saying, Corey, the bad language, you just had something blow up in your face. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got a problem with that. It might be unprofessional, but it's understandable for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely understandable. I mean, you just went through a traumatic experience, bro, right there. It's not every day, you know, you have a bomb blow up in your face. And again, back on it, that's why.
Yes, the paramedics were called. That's what they were waiting.
Yeah, he called for fire. But typically when fire comes out, rescue comes out with them.
Right.
But you know, dispatch would know to send fire and rescue out there. If you just said send out the fire department, a bomb just exploded. That would be the next thing that would come. That would be a automatic. But we always say send rescue. That would be fire and paramedics. So, but you know, again, Mike, no such thing as a routine traffic stop. You know, the CALM acronym really wasn't in play in here because, I mean, the guy was cool the whole time. I mean, he never gave any problems, right? I mean, yeah, he was lying. One minute he says, "Oh no, I don't get no drugs in here," and then I find all these baggies and roaches and
methamphetamine pipes,
and, but he did honestly say he had a weapon that he did own up to that in the beginning. But you didn't tell him about the bomb. You had a bomb in there. I mean, that would have been useful information ahead. That could have changed the whole dynamics of the stop. But again, like I said, this is why we don't call these traffic stops routine traffic stops. Like, it just there's nothing routine about them. You know what I mean? So let us know what you think down in the comments below. I mean, do you think this is a routine traffic stop? What does a routine traffic stop mean to you as a citizen? Now, we know what it means to us as law enforcement, but when you hear the word routine, what are you thinking? It's just, oh, the cop pulls me over and they give me a ticket and I go on my way. Is that what you consider routine?
If you guys didn't see the video from all the way from the beginning to the end, you can watch it later because it's pre-recorded, or not pre-recorded. It's recorded, so you should be able to go on YouTube, right, Corey? YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, the link to the video is in the description down below, so you just copy and paste the link, and it'll take you straight to the YouTube channel that we got the video off.
And if you want to watch the video uninterrupted, it's all over YouTube. So feel free to check it out.
Well, and tell, you like say rewatch it, but you just saw the main parts of it. The big part of the highlight of it was the explosion. I mean, you just watched him in the beginning, just going through the vehicle and everything, finding all this stuff, which leads up to him finding the pipe bomb where we started it when we actually got our live streaming correctly.
We do make some good comments about when he initially saw the plastic baggies in the cigarette pouch, though, Tone. So you might want to check that out. We have some interesting comments on that. But you know, watch it. You could try it again if you want to.
Yeah. So, but let us know what you think of it thus far. I mean, again, what does a routine traffic stop mean to you? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button for us, please. Everybody on here, hit that like button and share this out. Delando, thank you for this video. If you have a video in particular that you would like for us to break down and get on our show, please email it to the Brothas-in-law 21 at gmail.com, and Mike and I will look at it and get it on there. If you want to be on our show, break down a video with us, hit us up, the same address, email address, and we'll work with your schedule and get you on. We do have someone that would like for us to do a live with them, Mike. I had to get with them to see what their schedule is. But if you'd like to get on and talk to us with a video, about a video, please, hit us up. We'd love to have you on our show. Yeah. All right. Last words, Mike.
No, thanks for joining us. Badass Tone, Jesus loves you. Stacy. Who else on here? Goat. Delando. I see you guys on here. Appreciate you joining us, and I'll see you next time.
Yep, we'll see y'all next week at 8:10. Going live. Got it worked out. We'll be back. God bless you. We love you. Peace out.
Peace out.